I keep seeing these shirts and all this clothing with idle free, and I'm like, that's green, and Vancouver is really green. Help me understand that. So I found the guy. I found the front of it. I've only seen the back of him before. So Ron, what's going on here?
Jolene, it's Canada's leading idle-free campaign, so go green, go idle-free for our kids. Well, what does that mean? Well,
that's my job. So what does that mean, Ron?
Sorry about that, Jolene. Yes. What that means is when you're parked and it makes sense, shut your car off, go idle-free for our kids. Now, you'd think that people would already get that message, but just even take a look around Vancouver. You'll see all kinds of people, not in traffic, but when they're parked, going nowhere, out in front of the hotel, waiting, idling their vehicles. And it's to the tune of about $3 billion a year across Canada, $30 billion in the U.S. So the idle-free guy and Go Green Communications, my little company, it's all about inspiring the little green things that add up for our kids. And the big leading campaign on that is Idle Free for our kids.
So the idea is we want to save their world because we're going to die, whatever. Well, you sooner than me, but,
It's a positive message. It's all about something, you know what, Canadians, Americans, all of us are like a deer in a headlight with the news on global warming, and people really want practical solutions. Tell me what to do. Tell me how it adds up, how it impacts my kids, how it impacts my pocketbook. Idle Free for our kids does exactly that. It's just good communication, and it's all about inspiring to do these little things that add up for our kids.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt because I do that really well. So I don't usually idle too much, not in my car. I idle around sometimes. But I don't see this as a problem. Where do you see it the most, I guess?
Well, you don't see it as a problem because the two reasons we idle $33 billion a year across North America is, number one, we don't see it. We're not thinking about it. You will after this conversation around Vancouver. Number two is we're acting on the old idle myths that idling is good for your vehicle, restarts is bad, long warm-ups are necessary. Some of our biggest fans are car guys and bus companies. Our idle-free bus was actually endorsed by the Vancouver Olympics. Number one, you're not thinking about it, just like you said, but you will after this conversation. And number two, the idle myths are costing us a big chunk of idle time. And it's something simple that we can do.
Okay, so I got to know where this came from because this is a unique company to come up with. So real quick, how did this come about?
10 years ago, I was the Canadian idler. So I used to run my car all the time. I was green on everything else except this. It was totally invisible to me. So did a little research, and oh my goodness, the numbers floored me. Realized that there's hundreds of anti-idling campaigns and bylaws across North America to do something about this, but most of them are flailing. They're not making any headway. What it takes is, this is the next smoke-free. So we really need to inspire mass behavioral change, have mass peer leaders. Next time you're out, Jolene, take a look around Vancouver. It will blow you away. You'll see all kinds of people running their cars when they're parked.
Okay, well, I can see what I can do with my green people. Heather Teagarden, are you out there? And the green groups in Seattle. And I'll let them know about the Idle Free and see if they can kind of jump on the bandwagon. Go to your website. It's idlefree.ca.
Visit idlefreeguy.com.
Idle Free Guy, you saw him here. Thank you for saving our world for our kids. I don't have any yet, but maybe someday.